My name is Rhapsody, and it's time for some super try-hard Hearthstone Arena. So, it's recently been announced that after the expansion comes out, and the expansion being the Argent tournament, sorry, the Grand Tournament actually is the way they're referring to it. After that comes out, you, in Arena, have a 33% chance to earn each of the different packs, right? So you don't get to choose what pack you get, and you don't get the most recent pack. So it's not like when GVG came out and I just ground out a bunch of arenas and I suddenly had all of the cards from GVG. Well, all of the relevant ones. It's not like that. I can't just do that. I'm gonna have to earn a lot of gold, and then I'm gonna buy a bunch of packs with my stored up gold. So it's time for Try Hard Doto. Try Hard Arena. I haven't played Rexar in a very long time though. Try hard would be, I just choose Paladin right now. How hard do I want to try? Fuck it. Fuck it. I know that Subprogram 32 was telling me that I got punished for picking Paladin after having recently had a Paladin match. But it's also the best option that I could have chosen. Which it always is when it appears. Alright, Defender of Argus we'll take because we don't want the damage. Boom. Shielded Minibot is amazing. True Silver Champion is amazing. Alright, we're off to a decent start. Solemn Vigil is pretty good for drawing cards, but only when you're trading on the board. Like, you need at least 3 minions to die before it's worth it, because I don't know if, as a Paladin, I would even bother running Arcane Intellect, which is the 3 mana draw 2 cards. So I need at least 4 minions to die on the board. Sorry, 3 minions to die on the board until it costs 2 mana, and then, okay, fair enough. But then it's kind of like a average use case Battle Rage. Would I pick a Battle Rage over either of these? I don't think so. I think if I'm going to be trading a lot of minions on the board and I'm going to be playing something in the same turn, I should probably just take the Flesh-Eating Ghoul instead. Shielded Minibot. It's always Shielded Minibot when you get offered a Shielded Minibot. These are all pretty bad. I'm not going to... Like, this isn't aggressive enough that I'm going to run out of cards and start using Jeeves, so I'll take a Ravenholt Assassin basically as a... like, wait a turn and then it's a Fireball plus... 1. Jungle Panther versus Bluegill Warrior. I can't have all of my minions on 2 only having 2 attack, so I think Jungle Panther is probably the better idea. Yeah. It's still not a really good card, but it's relatively okay. Micro Machine is unplayable when I am behind. Like, if my opponent already has a 2-3 on the board, I play the Micro Machine past my opponent's turn, it becomes a 2-2. They kill it and they still have a 2-1 left over. Right? Whereas if I play it first, it passes to their turn, it's already a 2-2. They play something, it passes back to my turn, it's a 3-2. So now I can kill a 2-3. So in one of those situations, I am horribly, horribly behind my opponent. Now, there's so many good 3-drops that I'm still yet to get. Harvest Golem, Spider Tank, Ogre Brute, Scarlet Crusader, Coghammer, fucking Muster for Battle. There's so many that I don't want to overload my 3 slot, whereas my 2 slot is already relatively strong. So just for variety's sake, because we can treat this as a 2-4, right? Typical use case scenario, this ends up being a 2-4. It ends up taking 2 damage on the Divine Shield and 2 damage to itself. So I think we take the Bloodfin Raptor so that we have some diversity in our 2 slot in terms of attack. Bolt of Fist Ogre is really, really good, but the Ogre Brute is really, really good. I think I can get more late game later. None of these are particularly good. I don't have any spells to make the Gadget Auctioneer worth it. Even a 4 mana 4-4 is horrible, so a 6 mana 4-4 is fucking atrocious. Emperor Cobra at least always trades for 1 minion. I mean, this will help me make use of my hero power later in the game, so I've just actually convinced myself to take it. Yeah, I'll totally do it. The only one of these that isn't, like, absolutely horrible is the Murloc Tidehunter. And it's still usually pretty bad. Another Shielded Minibot. If I can start getting some mech synergy, baby. Silverhand Knight is relatively obviously the good one there. I think this has to be Blessing of Wisdom. 1 mana, draw 1 card. Versus... I mean, Humility is okay, but... I'd much rather just deal with the big thing. Take that. Senjin, because I don't have enough 4s yet and I'm halfway through the draft. I would like to take the Stone Splinter, but Senjin's just okay. This is not good at all. Spell damage +1 doesn't even look like it's going to affect me at all. I might just take the Silverback Patriarch and use it as a taunt to block my opponent from being able to hit stuff of mine, and then hopefully get a good trade on the reverse. Mech Yeti, really easy pick there. Gnomish Invent of the card draw. How many things am I actually going to want to bounce back? I might want to bounce back the Murloc Tidehunter. Maybe even the Jungle Panther. But that's about it in terms of bouncing. Maybe even the Silverhand Knight, but that still costs another 5 mana. How many early drops do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 already. I don't know if I can take the Gnomish Inventor. It's not a powerful enough 4-drop, but I do, like, because I have only 2 independently powerful 4-drops. We've got the Truce of a Champion and the Mech Yeti, right? Whereas Ascension Shieldmaster doesn't usually kill a 4-drop, sometimes doesn't even kill a 3-drop, and the Defender of Argus is reliant on me having a better board as well. So I think maybe it's even the Ancient Brewmaster. Could be the Gilban Stalker as well. It's Gilban Stalker, just in case I get Argent Protector, in which case Gilban Stalker is an amazing card. Fuck me dead. Are you kidding me? I mean, the only one of these that is even slightly playable is the Grim Patron. But it's still way, way overcosted for its stats. And if I don't have the ability to trigger it, it's not going to get triggered. Spectral Knight. Shattered Sun is amazing, especially since I have shielded minibots. Bolt of Istoga is a bit of that late game that I'm hoping for. I'll take the Spiteful Smith, not only because it's a little bit of the late game, but also because it's a really good card. I'll take a War Golem primarily because it's late game. How many 3-drops independently strong? 1, 2, 3. Fuck. I might have to take the Earthen Ring Farseer just to have an independently strong 3-drop. No, I do need some more powerful cards. Ah, fuck me dead. Argent Protector is so powerful, it swings an entire game by itself, but the Harvest Golem's really important as well. I'll take the Protector just because it's another Protector. Sludge Belcher or Kazan. Being able to nullify a secret and take that secret as your own is pretty good. It's also not horrible stats. Like, it's pretty bad stats, but it's not horrible stats for a 4-drop. Sludge Belcher is so powerful, and though I've got to take the Belcher. Okay, so those choices, both of the choices where I was offered a Grim Patron, both of those rare choices were fucking atrociously horrible. So I'm really hoping that that doesn't come and bite me in the ass, the fact that I had to choose a Grim Patron. Like, it's so not okay. My hope for the rest of this arena is that I just don't draw the Grim Patron at any point. What is this?
Uther versus Jaina.
Kitty Claws 24. This person is evidently... Oh, shit. They're almost 91 years old. Nope. None of them independently strong enough to keep in my opening hand, especially when I have shielded minibots. I have 8 2-drops, by the way. And a 1-drop. I'm just going to tell you that now so you know how fucking unlikely this is. We're going to lose our first game just due to the fact that I had a horrible opening hand and then I mulliganed and got another. Oh my god, thank you, opponent, for playing slowly. If they're going to play that slowly, I'm actually in a really good position. Because, well, before I needed to play this, I was.
Speak to me.
I actually tap this turn.
Reporting for duty.
Interestingly enough, because if they want to ping this so that they can stop me from being able to kill the Acolyte of Pain on the rebounds, then they have to waste 2 mana, and I know they don't have a 2-drop because they didn't have one 2 turns ago. So I'm extrapolating from that for them not having a 2-drop. So now I want to get as much power on the board as possible. And I don't want my opponent to be able to counter it. Opponent runs that in and pings. As far as I'm aware, this can't really bite me on the ass. Yeah. Although my opponent heals up all that health, so I probably didn't even need to take the risk. So yeah, now they can only generate something with 3 mana, which I'm going to kill. Oh. Okay. Your funeral, buddy. Okay, so I've specifically put the magic immune one in the center so that my opponent can't use Cone of Cold and hit all 3 targets. They'll have to hit one of these 2 targets, which means that they won't reach the one on the opposite side. That's the only AoE card that they could have this turn, by the way. Which is why I'm completely fine with it, because they spend their whole turn doing that, and then I just drop something that can't die to Flamestrike. So even if they do follow up with Flamestrike, I still have something on the board, and they've used, hopefully, all of their AoE. AoE being Area of Effect. If it looks like the Bolt of His Ogre is going to survive next turn, then I'll Blessing of Wisdom it. Fireball, okay.
I'll show them. I'll show them all.
Of course. So the fact that they didn't ping this tells me a lot about what they have going on in their hand, right? So it tells me, first off, that in their hand right now, they 100% have a Flamestrike. Because they're guaranteeing that this is going to die next turn. And not even interested in killing it this turn. So if I buff this up with the Defender of Argus, it won't die into the Flamestrike. I will at least have a 5/1 that my opponent can't remove with their hero power. Which means that I want to do this first, because this is always going to die. Then that gives my opponent their thing. Then I play that. Hopefully it duplicates. No. I run this in just in case it's Vaporize. It's fine. It doesn't matter that it's Vaporized, because that was going to die to Flamestrike anyway. And again, we've put the Spectrum Light in the center. And it's also 5 health, which means it can't be Flamestruck. It also even couldn't be Flamestruck or plus pinged, which is the way you remove a 5 health creature. It couldn't have a Flamestrike plus ping hit it anyway. Because my opponent only has 8 mana this turn. Again, this is really good against Flamestrike. Best they can do is Flamestrike, ping, Flamestrike, and then attack, and I still have a 7/1. So, finally they use their Flamestrike. But now I have board initiative. So I really want to play the most expensive thing I can, just to get it out of my hand. Even though this is also vulnerable to Flamestrike, but if my opponent had Blizzard, Flamestrike, at a certain point, you just can't play around it anymore. Okay. I mean, I can kill that for free.
Shields off. Red alert.
Attend me. Ready, sir. Reporting for duty.
Realistically, I only actually put 2 cards on the field, whereas it looks like I put a whole lot more because I use my hero power and this card generates another. I should have used my hero power before I played this, because then the 4-4 would be so far from the 6-6. Sorry, the 6-2, that they both couldn't be hit at the same time. So yeah, that was 100% my fault there. I should have done that. I mean, I'll give you the shittiest one. Oh, you don't even have it. Okay. Well, now we're all in against Flamestrike, because they didn't have it last turn, and I'm hoping they don't have it this turn.
I am the blade of the Radiance.
Yeah, they don't have Flamestrike.
Sometimes I forget.
I forget things. Patron, nice. What is this? It's not duplicate. It's not mirror image. It's not... Is it counterspell? Oh, it's probably counterspell.
I wonder. The battle.
If you insist.
To battle.
It's fine to leave this as a 4-1, because I'm going to have another 1 mana minion... Sorry, 1 health minion on the field at the same time.
For duty. A fight. Move quickly.
Weapon ready.
No, that's definitely either counterspell or spellbender, and no matter which it is, I'd prefer my opponent to be scared of the card that I have in the hand than just reveal it and waste the secret. Okay. Why? Why? I have a Grim Patron. What is wrong with you? Everyone get in here, buddy. Are they just reading that card now? Did they play that without knowing what the card does?
They'll never know what.
They'll never see me coming. Again, another minion that I can just kill. And get another minion from. This is becoming very quickly too overwhelming.
Reporting for duty.
This is my responsibility.
Lends the sun well.
The battle. Reporting for duty.
I should probably use the Blessing of Wisdom, just in case this is Spellbender, and then it would summon a 1-3 for my opponent, which I can hit with the Grim Patron and get myself another 3-2.
Someday I'll be just
Really? Come on, buddy. You can do better than that. Another Grim Patron for me. This is very atypical. This is not a very common situation where I'm gonna get all of these Grim Patrons, because usually the opponent doesn't play directly into it.
Reporting for duty.
Can my opponent top Keka Flamestrike? I keep playing around Cone of Cold incorrectly. I should have hero powered and then put the Spiteful Smith on the side. Well played.
Well played.
Unfortunately, they couldn't top Keck me. They tried. I'm certain they were trying. Whew. So even though we got fucked on the early opening hand, we managed to crawl back into that. Worked relatively well. I mean, I've got no complaints. I'm gonna love going second when I get, you know, Argent Protector and Bloodfen Raptor, that kind of stuff. Real good.
Shall be mine. I will fight with honor.
I want something that helps me accelerate my curve, please. No, it's not gonna do it. Oh, it might do it.
I greet you.
Greetings.
Well met.
Okay. So the reason I coin out the Bloodfen Raptor here is because the shielded minibot dies to a 2-3 attacking it and then attacking it again, right? But in the meantime, it loses its Divine Shield. I don't want that to happen. I want...
It's coming.
That's really annoying. There is no way I could have predicted that. First off, it's an epic, and secondly, who drafts that card?
I can't do that.
That fucked up my whole opening. I was planning on getting a 3-3 shielded minibot plus a 3-2 and just whacking down stuff all day, son. Like it's my job.
My shield for Argus.
So I get horribly punished by, Mortal Coil right now, but it's actually not that horrible because still my 2-3 kills my opponent's 4-2.
Wanna blow something up?
Fuck!
We must cleanse the Sunwell.
You're kidding me. You have to be kidding me.
For justice.
To the breach.
I'm the saddest man of all time. That Doomsayer royally fucked me. I know it looks like I have more cards, but I'm dying very quickly.
For justice.
Thankfully, I have a taunt. That's my only Truce of a Champion as well. I also didn't pick any Guardians of Kings, so I actually have no healing left in my deck. I also ignored the Earthen Ring Farseer so that I could choose his Volcanic Drake. I would have an Earthen Ring Farseer in hand if I didn't take this. Sad.
We must cleanse the Sunwell.
You don't really need to worry about positioning against this guy, just AoE. So AoE will leave me with a 2-2 on the field. That's unfortunate, but Grim Patron dies to the same AoE. I'm talking, of course, about Hellfire. Not really much I could play to play around that one, unfortunately, though.
Reporting for duty.
I want to force my opponent to have to kill the Grim Patron or lose. And I lose. I can't do anything against that. Even if I played much slower and didn't clear the board, I just lose. Like, there's actually nothing I can do now.
The battle.
Oh man, look at that. I can play a 7 and a 2. Oh, this is crazy as hell. Look. Whee! Whee! And then I lose Sweeting.
The victory is yours.
That's kind of bullshit. The thing is, if my opponent didn't have the Doomsayer opening, there's nothing they could have done to stop me from killing them. The 3-2 guards the board until I drop the shielded minibot. The shielded minibot has advantage on the board, plus it has a Divine Shield, so nothing can be charged into it to immediately remove it. It's not like they have Earth Shock in a Warlock deck, so the Shield of Minibot would stick there. Until I played the Shattered Sun Cleric, I would have had a Shield of Minibot as a 3/3 taunt, and a 3/3 Divine Shield, and a 3/2 from the Shattered Sun, versus whatever my opponent wants to play. If they played that 4/2, it would have died. If they played that 2/3, it would have died. All of it dies really easily to each of those. Oh. And I knew that I was playing into Hellfire as well. It's just, if I played anything else, I also lost. By not developing enough stuff on the board.
Uther versus Uther. I will fight with honor, justice.
I'm the saddest man of all time. I even had a Sludge Belcher in that deck that I didn't manage to get. Oh, fuck me, Dad. I'm gonna have to play an Argent Protector as a fucking 2/2, aren't I? Come on, coin a 3/2.
I can't play that.
I hate doing this, but I have to. I can't just play a 1/1. Now I'm a lot happier, because I just get to play the Ogre Brute. Intrusive Champion in hand makes me also very happy. Means the majority of the time I just get to Intrusive Champion and go face.
Locked and loaded.
I don't even want to Intrusive Champion that. But I do want to protect this from being consecrated.
Not on my watch.
Thank you. Fuck me. Oh well, at least I got the Sludge Belcher, which is like the perfect answer to that. It's just that eating a whole Ogre Brute is still pretty bad.
This is my responsibility.
Spectral Knight is going to be very good, very powerful when it comes out. 6-drop, what are you going to fucking play?
Truth is my shield.
Oh, that's not good. That costs me both of these and the True Super Champion. It's a better idea than letting you get through my Sludge Belcher. Or is it? It's not.
Excuse me.
No, it's not.
This is my responsibility.
Justice.
Because if I play it like this, the board's still not that good for my opponent's Consecration. And it still looks like they need to use the True Super Champion to get through the Sludge Belcher. This also allows me to go for Spectral Knight and tap next turn as well, so I can make as many hero powers as possible. Ugh, that's kind of lame. Very, very uniquely powerful right now. Is there anything they can generate that I can't just immediately slaughter?
Pass me that Arclight banner.
Thing is, I probably hero power that. I say hero power, I mean hit. So I want a Spectral Knight and hero power, but my opponent has so many cards in hand that it's so easy for them to just turn around and go, actually, one of my cards was a Mind Control tech, so I'm gonna take that, thank you very much. And that punishment actually straight up loses me the game. This is much less likely. Mind Control tech is a rare, whereas Big Game Hunter is a... not legendary, it's a... Big Game Hunter is not legendary. Epic, there we go. Whew.
To battle! For the Lich King!
Don't mind control tech me. I got Doomsay at the other game. I don't deserve this many things happening.
Let me think.
I'll admit this is a risk, but the thing is, if my opponent plays a super powerful 8-drop,
Reporting for
well,
duty.
I don't have enough things on the board to deal with it. Unless I stack the deck in my favor for it. Okay, they don't have it. So good. Yeah, planned. What are you fucking talking about? Of course I knew they didn't have it, huh? Yeah. Oh, I have 19 damage on board. I almost missed that. Okay. 2-1. There is 100%, there are people out there who were screaming at the monitor, Rhapsody, you have lethal, Rhapsody, you have lethal, you have lethal, you have lethal. Don't worry, I heard you. Thanks for the tip. I got you guys. Don't worry. Guys and gals.
Uther versus Jaina.
Okie dokie.
You asked for it.
I will
Zombie
fight.
Chow. It's definitely a good one drop, but I can't hold on to the Emperor Cobra nor the Defender of Argus. Oh, shit, yes. Oh, baby. If my opponent doesn't have an immediate response to the Zombie Chow, I have an option to go for a different card. But if they do have an immediate response that's a 3-2, boom, I'll defend it. It's beautiful. I don't gotta slow down for nobody. Sure. Sure. It resolves.
Shields up. Red alert.
Oh, man. I haven't got a strong 4-drop, which is a problem, but eh. Can't always get what you want. But I've heard if you try sometimes, then you might just find that you get what you need. So that's good.
Not on my watch. Weapons ready.
I've got to put out all of my really big things early. Again, I should have hero powered and put this on the other side. But yeah, I've got to get out all my small things early so that I don't have to worry so much when my opponent, you know, Cone of Colds me or... Well, not Cone of Cold specifically, but Blizzard is actually the one I am particularly worried about. I will trade into it. I could try and keep this around, but then the possibility becomes that my opponent, having, I'm pretty sure, not use the coin, just coins a Blizzard and then ruins my day. I can actually leave that alive. I have no incentive to remove that myself.
Reporting for duty. To battle!
Actually, that 1-1 should have hit it. Because that would make me immune to mind control tech and less suffering to Blizzard. Yeah, 100%. I should have hit that. Yeah, now I'm gonna get Blizzarded. From the top deck as well! Look at it! That's a Mana Worm. Very expensive Mana Worm. Well. I didn't pay for it in the fashion that I thought I was going to, but you know.
For the Lich King! To battle! Reporting for duty.
I want to leave my opponent's minion there so it attacks as many times as possible. Yeah, sure. Fireball a 1-2. That's a great idea. Then give me a card. Sacrifice one of your cards. Yeah. Oh, baby. You couldn't have made a more tactical decision. Seriously, I don't think you could have.
We must cleanse the Sunwell.
I don't believe they have Flame Strike, because I think they would have used it that turn rather than the Fireball. Is that even true? I think I go for the ultimate half measure. Rather than play Vok Drake.
Put this apple on your head.
Give me a quest.
Oh, come on! That was what? What? What was that? What? What? Yeah, that's right. I'm just only gonna say sounds for the rest of the video game. What of it, son? Okay, this has to check face. Thank you. Okay.
Push forward.
Well, let's clear the board.
Reporting for duty.
So it's very similar to our last game against the mage, where they can't develop anything with less than 3 damage right now.
A fight! Count me in!
Oh no.
Everyone, get in here!
Oh no. This is not good. This is very much not good.
Fire on!
I have to kill those, otherwise the mage will actually just overwhelm me, which means they're gonna get that into that.
I hear you got a problem.
Which means that I don't want anything that they can even attack to be on the field. Oh shit! Don't be fucking smart enough. Yeah, they're gonna be smart enough. I fucked up real bad. I was just taking for granted the possibility that the Raging Worgen was gonna kill.
Let me get that.
That's probably gonna be way better for them than it will for me. I want to shut it down right now, but I do need to draw off of it at least once.
Tadingo!
Problem solved.
Let me get that.
I've just got to hope none of those are Flame Strike or Fireball. Drawing 3 cards, I can no longer reliably play around stuff like that. Okay, that just straight up fucking murdered a Bloodfin Raptor. Alright. This doesn't get past this taunt without dying. Such is the plan.
Let me get that.
Problem solved.
Let me get that.
My opponent is drawing more cards than me, but if they only drew, I think, 1 card last turn from the Jeeves. So unless they somehow drew into, you know, removal. Yeah, that Arcane Intellect top deck from the removal. Well, at least they still have to kill everything in order to clear. Now there's this beautiful face here that I just want to get. Playing around mind control tech. No reason not to at this point. Should turn my phone off, actually.
We must cleanse the Sunwell.
Uh-huh. I still can't actually get through that. Even with all of this.
Justice.
Weapons ready.
Well, I can get 1 damage through it. Yay! 1 whole damage.
Weapons ready.
The battle.
Here's the part where I hope they don't suddenly have mind control tech or another flame strike.
You win.
Thank you. God.
Well played.
Salt would have been real. Oh, it would have been so real. Three and 1. Serious mode seems to be working a little bit so far. Another paladin. Okay.
Uther.
That's a 75% win rate so far, by the way. 3 and 1.
Justice demands retribution.
Extra card is really good. Ardent Protector is really good. Mulligan to get a 2-drop. Especially, Gilban Stalker or Bloodfin Raptor. I got both. So now I know to go for the Gilban Stalker if my opponent plays anything on this turn. They don't play anything on that turn. I now get to point a Bloodfin Raptor. Worst case scenario, my opponent uses some shield the minibot.
Shields up. Red alert.
Pretty bad. I can only evenly trade with that, actually. I lose, no matter which way I did it, I lose at least a card to the shield minibot.
Not on my watch.
Let's hope they don't have Blood Knight. Blood Knight incoming? 9/9 Blood Knight? Versus my 2/2 Ardent Protector after my opponent clears.
Reporting for duty.
What's the 1 mana happening? Okay, interesting.
Shield failing.
Okay, so that trades into that almost no matter what. So if I generate a shield minibot, my opponent actually gets to destroy the shield. So instead I develop a Gildan Stalker and then force their Silverhand Knight to attack the face. So I'm basically defending the Divine Shield / 1 health of this with my face.
Pay attention, class.
That has to die. How many spells is my opponent realistically going to cast next turn? I think I have the time to attack that, because then my opponent attacks this on the backhand, and then I get to play the True Super Champion and clean this. It all depends on whether or not my opponent actually has a spell worth playing this turn.
I'm ready to learn.
Oh, and now they have, yeah, the... I see the problem here. They're going to generate another 1/1 with the spare part if I don't kill that this turn, so it actually has to die. I played that horribly. I really did. Having a 2/2 and a 4/5, I thought I was relatively safe to Consecration, but I forgot the fact that, of course, even...
Belongs in a museum.
We lose. You can't. You actually... I cannot actually come back from that. It's literally not possible. So he develops a 5/4 on turn 5, destroys my weapon, which I'm relying on to be worth 2 cards itself, and draws a card for destroying the weapon. There's actually nothing I can do. It's a shame, but that does just sometimes happen. Your opponent has a legendary that is specifically good at very certain circumstances. Sometimes that circumstance never comes up, and they just have to suck it. That legendary doesn't work. But then sometimes that circumstance does come up, and you cry forever. It's true. True facts.
Shields up. Red
My
alert.
shield for Argus.
Okay. I'm gonna try and salvage it. Don't get me wrong. There's no way I'm just gonna go hoop-a-doop-a-hoop. We lost to that. Concede. Right? There's no way I'm gonna do that. But I'm just gonna try my best. And I'm telling you that what happens there is pretty much going to kill us. Just trying to be relatively candid about it. Of course it had to be the one that gave him health. Only one that would have helped him in that situation, mind you.
I'll show them. I'll show them all.
Weapons ready.
To the blade. Reporting for duty.
So now they have another card that not only draws them a card, but then plays that card. Oh, okay. So Sneed's Old Shredder is a huge minion, not only that kills Sludge Belcher, but doesn't die while doing it. Uh-huh.
Tadingo. Reporting for battle.
Please be. Nope, it wasn't. Really needed that to be Avenge, Noble Sacrifice. Okay, nice work. Don't Hammer of Wrath that.
For Blackwing.
Nice.
Reporting for duty. To battle.
Avenge will trigger
To
next.
battle.
Don't buff this. Mm-hmm. Well, actually, it's okay. I'm fighting back hard, but it's very difficult. Sneed's Old Shredder is worth like 3 cards by itself, and that Harrison swing was incredible. My True Silver Champion effectively did 1 damage and then drew my opponent a card. Atrocious. So I never want to give my opponent the ability to act with their whatever they get from Sneed's Old Shredder on their turn. So unless it's a charged minion, they won't be able to. Fuck me dead. Great, now I need to top deck damage. Well,
Squire, attend me. To battle.
Ready, sir.
Reporting for duty.
just keep going face. Just keep going face. If this dies and fucking summons Baron Geddon, I'm gonna be so salted. You won't even understand how there ever existed a man as salted as me.
Problem solved.
The only time I'm going to be able to kill this without healing my opponent for the full value is right now. My opponent gets 9 damage to face this turn if they want to. I no longer have any taunters to kind of block them off. I have to play like they don't have Consecration, because if I play like they do have Consecration, then I'm going to have to kill this, and then I'm going to have to kill another Legendary. It's too much. I just need to pretend they don't have Consecration. Oh, cool. Just another 9/9. Yeah, that's okay. Right.
Reporting for duty.
If you insist.
On my watch.
I actually have to kill this Needs Old Shredder, otherwise I die to 1 top deck damage. Oh well.
Thank you.
Not on my watch.
Weapon ready.
Well, now I'm still going to die to 1 top deck damage.
Reporting for duty.
No, 2 top deck damage. They still need to top deck 2, but if Paladin's gonna get 1 damage, they're gonna get at least 2, usually 3, possibly 4. So, you know. Still not that good for me. Consecration? Just clear my board and my face at the same time. Please do. Oh, man. I have no way to heal myself left as well. It's worth noting. Okay.
Problem solved.
So I kill this with the 1/1s.
Weapon ready.
Reporting for duty.
Shields up. Red alert.
They've got a card in hand that they can't use. I cannot play around that card right now. I can't imagine what the card they top decked might have been. 2 to my face? 2 to my face? Come on. Be the luckiest man ever. Oh, or just clear 3 of my minions. That's fine as well.
Reporting for duty.
Yeah, well played.
Well played.
Absurd. Absolutely absurd.
Well played.
Clears 2 of my minions. Sorry, 3 of my minions on a board of 4. So I had 1 health, 2 health, 2 health. So it hit his face once, and then did 5 damage to my minions across the board, in order to clear 3 of them. My opponent got one of the most powerful legendaries that they could have out of Sneed's Old Shredder. They had a Sneed's Old Shredder. They had the Harrison Swing. If any one of those things didn't go their way, they would have lost. It's crazy.
I will fight with honor. Justice demands retribution.
As much as I want to keep Ogre Brute and Truce of a Champion, actually, I can keep one of the 2. I can justify keeping the 1. That's so good. That's worth it. I don't ever have to take the initiative with attacking with either of these, so I can use the Truce of a Champion as my early removal. I wonder if that person knows exactly how lucky they are. My bet's on no. So if I shielded Minibot, they are encouraged to reinforce, because almost anything they play will just die to the shielded Minibot anyway.
Red alert.
Well met. Well met.
Unless, of course, they also have a shielded Minibot. Ooh. They're actually going up shelf. Interesting. I was considering playing the Flesh-Eating Ghoul, but definitely not now.
Weapon ready.
I also don't make the first attack into that, because ideally I clear that with the Truce of a Champion next turn. They're also not going to want to make the first attack into this. Actually, they might, because they might assume that I'm still going to go with the Jungle Panther, or that I would want to go with the Jungle Panther. But then you don't do that, otherwise you open yourself to the possibility of the shielded minibot clearing that itself, and that's a 2-drop trading up for a 3-drop. That's incredible tempo for me. My opponent doesn't have the coin anymore, that's very worth knowing. Noting, sorry. Okay, looks like I have to kill that Deathlord.
For justice.
Summon something big. It's pretty good. It's relatively good, I'll take that. Also worth noting, they don't have the coin, so they can't coin their Harrison Jones out.
Let me think.
And even if they play something with 5 health, I kill this with the Spiteful Smith, and then I use my weapon for the rest of it. Well, okay, that makes my job really easy. I attack with this first. Okay, so now I know this is almost certainly Avenge. What?
For justice.
Okay, I was betting that that was going to be Avenge, and then I was going to get to kill the 7-6, sorry, 6-6 actually, with my newly enhanced weapon.
Get behind me.
Let's see if Wisdom. Interesting. I think I'd take the proactive approach to killing that. Just because it kills so many things. Both of these die no matter what. It kills so many things that I end up with a really powerful flesh-eating ghoul. And also, it's got a taunt in front of it, which is really important. It means my opponent can't just Truce of a Champion it down. Hammer of Wrath is still super scary, but with a Hammer of Wrath, they've only got 2 mana left over, so I'll be able to contest their board and then develop my own. That's pretty bad, but I can kill it in 1 strike. I'm now going to Blessing of Wisdom this guy. I'm actually going to be using Blessing of Wisdom, imagine that. Because it looks like he's going to survive for quite some time. And I kill that. I'm scared of Consecration, so I cast things that are immune to Consecration. And then I just make a hero power because fuck it, why not? Also dilutes the power on my board, so if my opponent does have mind control tech, they take possibly a hero power. I'm expecting Consecration. No Consecration. That's incredible. Oh my... Oh, I'm almost giddy thinking about the amount of damage this guy is going to do. In fact, I am giddy thinking about the amount of damage that guy's going to do.
Weapons ready.
I don't want to sacrifice this, is the thing, because I want it defend against the Sun Fury. Because I can't kill all of them this turn unless I involve the Flesh-Eating Ghoul.
Weapons ready.
See if we top deck anything to help us.
Shield, hail, ring.
They didn't have Consecration last turn. I'm going to rely on them not having it this turn. Which means that they won't be able to clear enough of my board to prevent the Ravenholt Assassin from hitting their face for lethal.
Is my shield.
That won't do it.
Reporting for duty. Well played.
Weapons
Draw a card. Win the game. Well played. 4 and 2. I could have done some more clearing in order to get more damage on this, but wasn't necessary. I'm still relatively disappointed in how the last game went, but that game went really, really as according to plan. I think I'll be satisfied with... I keep saying I think I'll be satisfied with 5 wins, but I don't think I will be. I think I'll only be satisfied as long as we get to an amount of wins that I can be like really proud of and get outright benefit with. I want to get like a 7-win average. If I can get to a 7-win average, I'll be really happy. Whereas my current average is probably somewhere near 5. I need to start doing the mathematics on that again.
I will fight with honor.
Oh!
Justice demands retribution.
Hold on to your tits. This is gonna be one hell of a ride. I'm holding on to mine. No zombie chow. No zombie chow blade. Excellent. Fuck. I could get pooped on by another shielded minibot against any other class. This is so exciting, but shielded minibot, again, could trade evenly with what I'm about to do. And that's the thing. I'm looking at this and going, the worst case scenario is that my opponent gets to trade evenly with me. And now, video game over. Well played. It's that easy. I could play this turn, but then die to Truce of a Champion. I'm having to kill the original version of it. I just don't put myself to consecration. No consecration, cool. That was pretty important. I screwed up. I mean... Fucking Harvest Golem's a really good card. It is. It's true. I removed that because I don't want to give my opponent a target to put Blessing of Kings on. Or any buff, for that matter. That's fine by me. I get to respond with this, at least. Now, I can play the Volcanic Drake, but I think I actually want to get the Grim Patron out as fast as possible, so that I can prevent my opponent from playing anything that has less than 3 attack. Also, it immediately draws the opponent's removal. Like, you need to remove that card, like, immediately. Or risk being the saddest man ever.
Weapons ready.
Mind control tech. I haven't been hit by it yet. Has to happen.
Slippery.
Oh, Web Spinner is actually probably one of the way better ones that I could have gotten there. Stone Tusk Ball.
Weapons ready.
I was considering whether I wanted to sacrifice the Gilban Stalker rather than the shield of the shielded minibot, and whether having the double death there was going to make it powerful enough, or create enough deaths on the field in order to summon the Volcanic Drake as well. Turns out I didn't need to do that. Should I do a throwing run next run? Like, just a fun, interesting run? Like, at the moment, I feel like Because I'm getting a lot of requests for those at the moment, which is interesting. And I'm looking at a lot of them, and I'm considering whether or not it's something that would be fun, something that would be interesting to watch, that kind of thing. Or whether it would be just something that, like, I just get rolled all over, go 0-3, and then it's kind of like, well, I did the thing, but it was horrible, yeah. Like, but then again, there have been ones that looked like it was going to be really difficult that turned out pretty well. Polarity is an example of one that I really, really enjoyed doing because it had a lot of strategy. Like, I get 15 cards that I get to choose the best, and then 15 cards where I have to choose the worst in the pack. And then I had strategically to choose, oh, well, the worst in this pack isn't that bad, so I'll take this, blah, blah, blah. Those are the ones that I really like, rather than, you know, just pick every card that sucks and then lose. But I'm considering whether or not I should do any of those right now, because I am trying to save up gold. Really powerful. This is almost certainly why he wanted it as well. Because Gilban Stalker trades evenly with the shielded minibot. Thing is, you weren't expecting this one, bitch.
Not on my watch.
Weapons ready.
Opponent already used coin, so I don't have to worry about coin secretion. Which is where you play a coin in a consecration, of course. Let's make this match non-Euclidean.
Embrace the light.
This is my responsibility.
Weapons ready.
This is fine, I'm just trying to play around consecration. Truce of a Champion doesn't really do that much this turn. It just means that the whole board trays for itself. And then I make a shielded minibot and a hero power. It's not like I have anything that's super weak to Truce of a Champion in my hand that I'm gonna have to play. Okay. So if my opponent has an Illuminator, there is a higher than normal chance they have secrets in their deck, but at the same time, it's irrelevant.
This is my responsibility.
Shields up. Red alert.
Using a Truce of a Champion charge on a Zombie Chow. I mean, like, it's a card for half a card. Like, I understand it's still pretty good, but you don't really want to have to do that. You will, though. He will. He being Uther, I don't know the gender of the person playing. I found it very difficult to kind of, like, stick to non-gendered language when I was referring to the opponent. Like, they constantly. Because especially when you're Let's Playing a game, you want to constantly change the words that you're using. And if you constantly use the same words, it becomes really like a constant presence in the mind of an audience who's listening to it, and they can constantly hear the same words. You're just constantly saying them. And it becomes really, really destructive to attention if you constantly say the same word. Fucking face? Really? I'm surprised. They have to have a better weapon, I'm gonna guess. They just used the consecration.
Weapons ready.
I don't want to play the Boulder Fist Ogre just in case that is repentance. Like, I would pay so heavily if that was repentance.
Well played. Thank you. Reporting for duty.
He's the best player of all time. He expected a repentance. No, it was pretty obvious. My opponent. Did that come from the top deck as well? I'll play War Golem, even though it's vulnerable to BGH, because I want to be able to play Bolt of Istoga Hero Power next turn. Rather than play Bolt of Istoga this turn and then War Golem next turn and float 1 mana on both of those turns. The extra 1 damage shouldn't matter that much. Unless, of course, my opponent has BGH.
Follow the rule.
In fact, the extra 1 damage didn't matter at all. This is pretty atrocious.
For justice.
Let's try and use this as a card draw engine, forcing my opponent to kill this. Aldor Peacekept. Ugh. Aldor Peacekept with a Sword of Justice. Now my opponent's generating 2/2s with their Reinforce. That I outright cannot deal with. That needs to die, because now it's really sturdy. Looks like my opponent has just given in to the fact that I'm going to be drawing a lot of cards. I wish that was hit one more time. Would make my life so much easier.
Ready, sir.
I hit the hero power before I used this. I should have waited. Just in case I drew something I wanted to play. Yeah, actually I did want to play the Silverback Patriarch. Because then the Silverback Patriarch plus the 4/4 would have taken out the 6/5. And I would have had a taunt up, so I wouldn't have to worry about getting suddenly lethaled with a Blessing of Kings.
Shields up. Red alert.
Reporting for duty.
I have to clear so many things right now. And taunt. Is there any way I can actually do it? So, that needs to go there. Plus, like, both of these. Then I can kill that. And then I can actually block with the Silverback Patriarch. So let's, this is gonna die attacking this no matter what. Unless I went there, and then attack, attack, attack. Attack, attack, attack. So I either save a 2/1 or a 1/6. Actually, yeah, I'll save the, well, 1/5. This gives me the card draw first as well. Interesting.
For the Lich King! Reporting for duty.
I've prevented lethal. Thank you, Silverback Patriarch, for being the best card in the video game.
You gotta be kidding me!
Oh dear. How can I even deal with that? They're wondering if popping their Divine Shield is even worth it. Okay. That'll do it. That'll help. Break, break. I don't want that to happen, so I do have to kill the shield minibot this turn.
For Kel'Thuzor!
Failing.
I think I want to go with Grim Patron. Reason being, then my opponent can't generate 1/1s, otherwise they actually generate a 3/2 for me. Just watch them Hammer of Wrath my face and win. disgusting. So they do have the mana to cast that, but they can't right now.
For Kel'Thuzad!
Draw me a card. I should probably stop drawing just in case I put myself into fatigue.
Tadingo!
Venshiko isn't significantly stronger than Bold Visoga, and I do want to be able to play minions. 5? Yeah, I wouldn't have had lethal even if I did play the Venshiko. Maybe unless I went Venshiko plus Spiteful?
Not save you.
Four damage off lethal. Actually, do this, just in case.
Not on my watch.
If I could somehow get another taunt out on the field, I totally would do it. But I can't force that. If I get consecrated, I lose anyway. I'm just developing this so my opponent... Like, even if they can target all of these with some sort of removal, they won't be able to remove the Jungle Panther without being able to use untargeted remove. Top decks the Consecration, one turn away from being dead. Oh man, they're such a good player. Look at this player. They're the best on Earth. How could anyone match up against Euclid? Put Euclid in the fucking BO5s. Dear God. Just wait. Just all you gotta do is wait. That's not okay. It's 100% not okay. Oh, it's okay now. It's completely fine by me. I don't mind. I hope you... Hang on. Add friend, Euclid. They're gonna think that I'm trying to flame them, but I want them to just add me so I can say, hey, well played, man. And then I'm gonna open the legendary. So it'll come up in their message at the bottom. They've just opened a legendary. Come on. Add me. Add me. I'm a nice guy-ish. Send the same request again. No? Oh? They're gonna add me after the match. Sorry, after I finish recording, they'll just accept, and then I'll have to say that off-cam. And of course, if I'm off-cam instead, I'll just fucking curse them out. No, that's not the way I play games. Ah, fine. Don't add me. Hey, it's not one that I had as well. Iron Juggernaut, nice. That's a smooth 400 dust right there. I mean, that's a good legendary that I'm gonna totally keep and use in some circumstance. Other than that, just a little bit more dust so that I can start crafting all of the best legendaries of the next set. My name has been Rhapsody. The name of the game has been Hearthstone Arena. The name of the deck has been Wait. Just wait. Because that's how it ended. They just waited. Hopefully you've been enjoying yourself. If you have, please click like. It does help me get my content out to new people. There's also a playlist in the description down below with all my content on Hearthstone Arena, and Ranked, and Adventures, and Tab and Brawl, past, present, and future, and hopefully we'll see you next time.